My name's Natacha Jones. I'm Creative Director at NUEL, and I'm the newly elected Chair for the Women in Esports Committee. My background in esports started with the University of Manchester Esports Society, so I got involved with running events like King of the North through that. Met a bunch of friends who then, when they graduated, they helped me get some freelance work. So I started working at events in around 2017. And doing some freelance production stuff, which is how I also started at the NUEL. Then after I graduated, I went part-time at British Esports Association and part-time at NUEL. I ran the British Esports Association Championships, which is the schools and colleges tournament. I ran that for a year before I went full-time at NUEL and kind of handed the baton to Alice, who's now at British Esports. And then kind of my role at the NUEL went from more related to broadcast stuff to creative director, which is where I am now. So I focus on branding and graphics and broadcasts and kind of all of the creative output for NUEL. I wanted to be a part of the committee because diversity and inclusion is something that's really important to me personally. In the few years that I've been involved in esports, I've experienced a significant amount of discrimination and negative attitudes because of my gender. And I think that these negative attitudes like sexism, racism, and homophobia and transphobia are keeping really talented people out of esports and gaming spaces in general. And I wanted to be a part of positive collective action to change that. I think it's important for two reasons. One, it's difficult to make changes at an individual level, and having a collective group like Women in Esports adds weight to what we say and helps to drive change. The committee is made up of people of marginalised gender from a bunch of different backgrounds, which helps keep our priorities in check and point out things that we might not have considered before. And also I think it's important because if there was just one person behind the Women in Esports kind of campaign or initiative, not only would very little get done, but I think there would be very little visibility on how the decisions are being made behind the scenes. And also that one person might not consider how something like different intersectional identities can affect someone's experience in esports. Our core aims this year as a committee are to educate about the benefits of esports for people of marginalised gender, to promote inclusivity and diversity within the esports industry, to create opportunities for people of marginalised gender in esports, to stop objectification of women and non-binary folks, and to create a safer community workplace and generally like event spaces. This year, the key pillars that we're going to target are education and how we can better educate and encourage best practices from a younger age. So this will be done through champs and other tournaments. We're also going to be working to grow our community and have organisations sign a pledge. So we want to celebrate women and non-binary folk in the industry and give individuals a voice through growing our Discord. And then I think the most important one is participation. So this is the most tangible way that we can get feedback and statistics on progress in terms of diversity and inclusion. And we can encourage more people of marginalised gender to get involved by putting on more regular tournaments which provide that kind of welcoming environment. Last year we had a lot of discussions and strategy sessions, so this year we're taking a more hands-on and proactive approach to the initiative. As the new chair, I'm looking forward to getting started.